Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome to Keith and Glory.
We're Not Sorry, your new favorite podcast where two lifelong best friends bring you lighthearted banter on all things pop culture, fashion, music, and everything in between. With 30 years of friendship under our belts, we're diving into hot topics, real-life stories, and playful debates. And we want to bring you along for the ride.
I'm on a health kick. I've got this cruise with the kids coming up, and it's like such motivation. It's funny how like something, gives you a little bit of
Yeah.
motivation. So yeah, I'm on it.
I was like browsing DoorDash, like Instagram, filling different carts, and like I remember like old school when they had DoorDash and you couldn't just say just leave it at the door. You had to actually open the door and see them. I'd be like so embarrassed because I'd be like all hung over like a laze and blazing Sunday. And I'd order a bunch of food. Then I'd have to be like, oh, pretend I have a family.
Like you have 10
get the
people
dog,
over.
you got the dog. And I'm like, thanks for my family feast of 4.
I'm
But
sure we've done that at restaurants too. I mean, remember
oh,
that time?
Monday.
We were, we were at that restaurant. You tell the story.
Oh God. And we ordered Glory. One thing we like to do together is drink for one. So cheers, Glory.
Cheers. Cheers, cheers.
And another thing we like to do is eat, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And we were at this restaurant once, and this waiter comes up, and we order, of course, 2 desserts. She drops off the desserts and like turns around and takes maybe 5 steps and realizes she has our cutlery still, and turns around. She's like, whoa, I guess you guys don't need this cutlery. We were already like halfway done that dessert. Like,
And that was after like an insane amount of sushi. Like I think I don't know how we like still anyway, I'm a foodie. I love, love, love food.
me too. Like I could
Yeah,
talk, we could have a whole food episode.
we could.
We
Yeah.
won't bore you.
No.
Let's get to the more exciting parts. So we were talking, we had a lot of different names for this podcast at the beginning, right? Like based
We-
on our nicknames and stuff. So I've always tried to like get this straight nickname for myself when I was a kid. I was like, what about like the Maginator?
Oh,
Or
that doesn't sound straight.
This was in the 90s, okay?
Okay.
Well, I was like, what about the
Like
Maginatrix?
Terminator.
And my whole life, I always like wanted a nickname. And then, of course, I got one. You always get the one you don't want.
I like
Oh, really? My nickname after all these years, of course, is Kiki.
yeah, Kiki and Gigi.
Kiki and Gigi was one of our podcast names. Another one
We were
was
going to use it. Yep.
Peachy Keen and the Polar Queen, which I'm so glad we did not use.
I don't explain that to people because I when we were saying it to people, if you didn't know us, they didn't get it.
No, and I don't want to be a Polar Queen.
You don't want your nickname to be Polar Queen for the rest of
No,
your
I was
life,
picturing myself like coming out on Jimmy Fallon. You have to manifest these things.
right?
And him being like, and the Polar Queen. I was like, no, I don't
Yeah.
want that.
I
And
don't
I
know
think
that I want
your
to be
name's so
Peachy Keen.
unique too. So I thought it was a good thing to go by.
Okay. Well,
So
I do
our
like Kiki
nickname,
and
well,
Gigi.
actually, all of our friends are even like that, where we have like Kiki, Gigi, sometimes your Go-Go, KK.
Mhm.
And even when I went to go name my dog, I wanted to name my dog something that could do that easily. Like Carl, I named. So Car.
With a K. So he had to stick with the double Ks like the Kardashians.
Yes. Well, and he was born the same day as Chicago West. So that's his middle name, which is kind of embarrassing. So I shouldn't have said that.
Oh, Kim, if you're listening.
Hi, Kim. And
With a
so
K.
anyway, funny story. I was leaving the drugstore and I had my windows rolled down in my car. And I normally bring Carl on all my errands and stuff just to get the energy out of him.
Mhm.
And I'm walking up to my car. I'm leaving. I'm walking through the parking lot up to my car. My windows are rolled down. Carl's laying in the front seat. And I'm walking up and I'm like, how's my car? How's my little car? Well, these people walking by turned and looked at me. They can't see my dog, car,
They
laying
think
in
you're
the.
talking to your car.
They for sure thought I was like walking back to my car, like, how's my little car? So
Keith, I can
funny.
picture it. I can picture it.
Now, this brings me not to the story arc where we're going, in the
Okay.
journals.
I can't wait for this segment.
But
I
I
can I
do
tell
wanna
you how much I love that we read your diary every episode?
I do wanna skip ahead to a certain entry
Okay.
in June 30th,
It's time, ladies and gentlemen, for
1988.
Keith's deep, dark thoughts.
This
1988.
Now this is, we started reading my journal last week. I have a grade 5 journal from 1988, and, it's really ridiculous. I
Tell
was
them
a
what it's called.
strange kid. My journal's name is Bobby is what I call him. And so on June 30th, we were just talking about nicknames, and I decided to give myself a little nickname.
Oh, I cannot wait for this.
June 30th, dear Bob, I think for signing off, I'm going to have a code name. What do you prefer? An animal? A different name? I'll let you know at the bottom of the entry.
Okay.
Since I really love teenage sex symbol Alyssa Milano,
Oh!
I think Milano will be my code name. Your
Oh!
new friend, Milano.
No, you did a teenage sex symbol.
And
Milano. Kiki is never forevermore. It is
forget
Milano from now.
thank you. Thank you, Milano.
I am that is sticking. That
And
stuck.
now it's so funny because I think she's like some crazy right wing, like Republican or something. Not that we're
I
going to
don't
get
know.
into
She kind of fell
politics,
off the face of the earth. I haven't seen much of her.
but she was
But
everything in the day.
yeah, back in the day she was. But Milano is here to stay for Kiki Rodrigue. I'll tell you that.
Milano. Oh yeah, Kiki Rodriguez is somehow my last name. I don't know how that ever started.
Yeah.
Okay, so today, I'll go back now in time,
Okay.
January
Let's
4th,
give us more. You need us
1988.
more than one entry.
And this is when, I guess I got a little edgy at the beginning of my, journals, and as you can see for the video listeners, there
Oh,
are
a lot of scribbles?
a
Like
lot of
pictures?
scribbles, and we'll get to that.
Okay.
January 4th. Hey, Bob.
I just can't with the Bob. Milano.
Bob and Milano, we're two of a kind.
Okay.
Hey, Bob. Well, today was the first day of school. 1 minute. I just changed to a pen.
Oh. Oh.
Really hard-hitting, interesting stuff, January 4th here. Now, where was I? Yes. We did a record page today on the '88 Winter Olympics, and when I came home, I started my toy factory. I got it for Christmas. I'll tell you what else I got later. I built and printed a key rack. Now, what else I got for Christmas is Toy Factory, double cassette ghetto with 2 tapes,
Oh. Ooh.
Billy Idol and the Judds. Which
Ooh.
joke, like grade 5, I just asking for Billy Idol and the Judds. A basketball reflex game
Oh,
didn't
for
work.
if you listened to last episode, he didn't make the team.
A watch, PJs, a stock car set, clock radio, and a ski mobile. I can't say anymore. Love, KM. This is
Oh.
pre-Milano, remember.
Okay, yeah.
So the next day I get a little edgy here. January 5th, 1988. Hey, Bobby. Just change it up. You won't believe how embarrassed I am about how my writing was yesterday to you.
With the pen switch?
That's the pen switch really crushed me. Michael Jackson is number 2 on the top 6 at 6. Can you
Oh,
believe that? He has such a damn high voice.
oh,
Damn, but you can see I'm reading the
I can't see
uncensored
it. I
version.
can't
I
see it.
scratched it out and wrote darn over top.
Oh. Just in case someone read your diary.
I was like, oh, then I wrote shit and scratched it out. I just hurt my foot. School was so damn boring today. Do you know what we did in language arts? We did damn nouns.
Oh,
I was really feeling aggressive that day. I better go. See ya. Love
KM.
KKM.
Okay, okay, James.
No, I'll never forget. I always wanted to swear. I always wanted to be bad. I never forget my sister used to watch me after school. And one day, like, I said something and we were watching Young and the Restless.
Oh, I
And
love Young and the Restless.
you can swear. So then of course, I just overdid. I was like, Nikki Newman's such a fucking bitch. And like just
Oh.
really went off. I just loved swearing. And it takes me right to January 6th, 1988. Oh my God, my greeting, my salutation. Hey Bob. Like just the A
A,
and Bob.
but like EH or
No. A.
oh, just an A?
I
A
don't know if
letter
you can
A.
do that. Hey Bob. Like, Bob. Mr. Finley was actually damn nice to the boys today. We read a story in Greek mythology today. It was about an old Troy king who got shipwrecked with 12 of his guards and found a cave with sheep. And it's so funny. Full circle, I actually teach this story now, Odysseus, on
Oh, do you?
ancient Athens.
And now your grade 6ers are
I
writing
go
it.
on and talk about it, and then I say, he managed to get 9 men, but the other men took a turn for the worst, blindsided them, and they all got out. My my what would you call the ending of it? My closing.
Your conclusion?
Over and out, Keith. Over and out. Now, now all the scratched out dams will make sense here. Bobby, my man. January 7th, 1988. Bobby, my man, how's she go?
How's she go?
I can't.
Like, you were a cool kid.
My dad just made me erase all the swears in here. Dang it.
He said it.
I was really going on January 4th, 5th, and 6th. I was really testing out my journal entries here. We played floor hockey. I got an assist. I passed it to Melanie. That's what you get for passing to girls.
Oh.
Today, today after school, I worked out. Man, was that tiring. I got to go walk Mac, my dog in brackets. See ya. I'm back. Well, it's 7:19 and my mom and I are watching As the World Turns, a soap.
Oh.
I better go and keep track of what's going on. Over and out, Keith Jeffrey Madge.
Oh.
So the arc today just takes us through just
Oh,
me
wow.
testing out Bobby,
You
making
did.
sure I cannot swear.
Like, your dad reading your diary. Like, I remember my mom used to read all my notes, like, that I'd leave in my messy
Oh my
room,
god,
and
and my
she would
dad
ask
read my
me.
diary. I had but January 7th, I had that goddamn thing a week. And I got busted writing dams in it.
You were a badass.
I was a bad Milano.
Lano is never, ever going away. We're signing off this episode from Glory and Milano, and we're not sorry about
Oh
that.
my god. I am not sorry about my name, Milano.
I'm not sorry about these diary entries, like, this is gold. I cannot believe you've never read these to me before, and it's like,
I
I'm
have pulled them out at dinner parties before
oh,
and, like,
maybe I don't remember.
died laughing with people, and I was like, I honestly thought, like, I need to take these to a stage and read them like stand up,
So
but
good.
this is, like, the perfect little thing.
I think it is.
So talking about me watching soap operas as a
You watched
10-year-old.
them all.
Well, I guess I did.
I know. I was only
And
watching Young and the Restless, like, that was the one. I think 'cause
oh my
it
god, my
was on at,
mom
like,
still watches
4:30.
that.
Is it still on?
Yeah.
Oh my
And still
gosh.
the same people, still the same people. I recognize
I
people
knew.
still. And I
Really?
haven't watched these soaps probably since I was in grade 5. But, it's funny now because me being such a Real Housewives and Bravo fan, I feel like and Andy Cohen often says how the housewives are the modern day soap operas.
It's so
Because,
true.
I mean, they all just started canceling, leaving, but, like, even in high school, everybody was obsessed with, like, Days of Our Lives. Remember that Marlena? I never watched
Yeah.
that one, but
I did watch that one a little bit, but Young and the Restless, I think it was 'cause the time, it came on at, like, 4:30 or something, or 4
right.
after
Pre,
school,
like,
so
Jerry Springer and all those shows.
yeah, so this is pre-streaming where you can only watch things at certain times of the day.
So, speaking of shows, my show of the week everybody needs to watch is Traitors. Now, there's a version, there's a Canadian version, There's Australia, New Zealand, UK is where it started, but, the American version is where it's at. Now,
Okay.
there's 3 seasons. The first season, they do half regular people and half reality stars.
Mhm.
The
I
second
remember
and third
Phaedra was in it, or
Phaedra
she
was in the second season.
yep.
So the second season was all reality stars.
Mm.
And the third season's the same. So we have people from Survivor, The Bachelor, Real Housewives, Vanderpump Rules. I'm sure there's other shows too that I'm
And
missing.
what's the premise of the show? It's like a game show? Like, that's why I haven't tried
No.
it.
So,
Okay.
Alan Cumming is the host, and I
Mhm.
mean, Alan Cumming is everything. He's like does everything so camp, his outfits. It's in this Scottish castle, and he comes up, he's like, "The
Yeah, I saw
traitors."
this
Like, oh, it's
promo.
so good. But
But what's
at
the
the
plot? Is it drama? Is it I thought it was a game.
well, it is a game. So let
Yeah,
me
I
tell
don't
you.
think I'd
So
be into it.
they sit all these people down. So there's like, I don't know, 20 people. And then he goes around and he picks 3 traitors. Nobody knows who the traitors are. Everybody else is a faithful.
Mhm.
And these traitors kill people at night. They meet and they say, "Okay, we're going to kill this person."
Mhm.
Um, s- well, I won't give any spoilers, but they decide they're going to kill someone. So then during the daytime, they go on different missions. So they're kind of like survivor
It feels
missions
like,
and stuff where they have to collect money and they collect money in this pot. So whoever's last standing is going to be in a pot. Then they have a round table where everybody's around and they try and banish a traitor, where everybody has a chance to banish a traitor. And
mhm.
then at the end, there's like 4 people. If they're all faithfuls, they could choose to all split the money. But if like one traitor's in there, that traitor gets all the money.
Hmm.
So
It
it's a
sounds a
little
little bit like murder mystery.
it's a little bit like the game Mafia, a little bit like Big Brother and Survivor, and a
Mhm.
little bit, of course, like Bravo, like with drama and stuff.
Housewives. Okay, maybe I'll try it out. I just haven't I'm not into, like, gamey like, I don't know. I
See, it's
that's why I didn't try it.
interesting to see how everybody takes it because it's so funny. One of the contestants on it is Chanel Lyon, a real housewife of
Oh, yeah.
Dubai. So
Mhm.
all these people are talking like, well, we're survivors, and they're like, oh, those survivors play the game hard, right? Because they're gamers, they strategy and stuff. Well, Chanel Lyon was just on an interview and she said when they said survivors, she thought these people were survivors of droughts, malaria, disease. Like she didn't think it was from a show Survivor. Anyway, it is the best show.
Okay, what's your other one? Next, what's next?
Oh, my next one. So is kind of like the Real Housewife of Beverly Hills started, and it was with Lisa Vanderpump as one of the most
Mhm.
iconic and best housewives. And then she started a show called Vanderpump Rules. Now everybody knows Vanderpump Rules now because it blew up so much that last season. So Bravo also has another show called Southern Charm, which is about these young professionals in Charleston. Now, these people are all kind of aging out. They're in their 30s, 40s, and stuff. But one of these girls owns the hottest club in Charleston called Republic. And she
Mhm.
has this show that's called Southern Hospitality. Now, it's in its 3rd season. It's what Vanderpump Rules used to be. It's kind of these chaotic kids all working in a club
Yeah.
and their lives intertwined and stuff. But the drama is so good. I love the representation of the Legitimaquois. There's
Mm.
lots of
Mhm.
gays on there, which I love. And just it goes back to like, we both worked at bars and restaurants and stuff, and you know what that life's like. And
Yeah.
it was made for reality shows. So, Southern Hospitality, everybody go watch it. You will not be
I have
disappointed.
watched that and I'm caught up to date on that one, believe it
Okay.
or
And
not. Yeah.
love, who's your favorite character?
Mm, I don't know. I guess maybe the blonde, what's her name?
Oh, really?
I
Emmy.
don't know.
I kind of like, I
Not
don't know why
Emmy. No, no,
she's
no,
not.
the one that's the DJ.
Oh, Maddie.
Maddie, yeah.
See, I love who's not really on the show anymore, but I follow her on Instagram is that Grace Lilly.
Oh, yeah, I knew you were
Oh,
gonna
I
say her
love
because she's
her.
so out there, yeah.
Yes,
I'm
she's
born to
so
be a star, like, she just yeah.
yes, wavy
Mhm.
baby. It's wavy baby is what she says.
She was on
Anyway,
there
watch that show. It's so good.
m'kay.
Glory.
You know what
I
I
have
just
a few.
saw? What I
Go.
watched, it's a series, that I Eric and I did if you want one with your spouse, so it's not so reality, but have you seen the White Lily?
Oh god, this is for one, you're 3 years late. It's called The White Lotus. Um,
The White Lotus!
I mean, it's old. There's a new one coming out in a month, though. Well,
I hope
February
so,
something.
because I actually thought it was good, so I'm behind the scene. We were just looking for something to watch, and someone recommended it to us.
And
White Lotus, that's
it's
it.
so good. It's so boring, yet so intriguing. Like, nothing happens really, but you need to know what happens with these characters. You get so into the characters.
Yeah, I thought
Yeah,
it was
new
good.
season of The White Lotus comes out in February. I cannot
Okay.
wait.
Yeah, we just
You
watched
watched
that one.
season 1 and 2?
Mhm.
Which one did you like better?
2.
Okay,
You liked
me
1
too.
better?
No, I like 2 better as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was a little more juicier. Yeah, we did that one. What else have we watched? Like, I feel like I need a new, like, show to watch with my husband, you
Everyone
know?
keeps on talking about, like, let me look, The Landman or something it's called?
I don't know. Anyway,
The
keep moving.
Landman? Yeah, it's with Billy Bob Thornton. Anyway, everyone's recommended it to me, but it's hard for me to get into those scripted shows now. I'm just such a Bravo-holic.
I know, I am too, but I need to watch something. Eric's not, so we have to,
Yeah.
we gotta find series. Yeah.
Okay,
Anyway,
we have the fashion portion of our,
my favorite. Well, actually, your diaries are now my favorite. It's
we
like
really have the
hands down.
maybe the Chronicles of no, something with
The Chronicles of
Milano.
Keith of Milano.
The
The Marvel.
Memories of Milano. Um, so, okay, Glory, fashion. This is
Yes.
your thing. Take it away.
Well, what are I think we were gonna talk about men's fashion today.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I have a
okay.
couple questions.
Okay.
One, so men get to a certain age, and
Mhm.
I find, certain trends don't work on men at a certain age, like a backwards hat, like, unless you're like on a boat.
Okay,
And
yeah.
now they're on a boat only, people, but I love flip-flops, but everybody's, flip-flops have a time and a place for men, right?
Mhm. Yep.
What about like men Uggs? Men in Uggs.
No, I don't think so.
Well, aren't I a little pissed?
Oh, you bought Uggs? I mean, I could see them on you with a sweatsuit maybe,
Well,
like, on a
listen,
comfy day, but I don't think I
that's
could
what I'm all
see.
about, like dog walking, slip them
Yeah.
on, running the garbage out, and they're the most comfortable shoes in the world, and I'm like, I have wanted them since Pamela Anderson was strutting down Malibu in the 2000s with the Uggs. They're just so comfortable, and I'm like, why do girls just get the most comfortable shoes? So I was like, fuck it, I'm Ugging it.
I don't mind the slipper kind maybe on a guy. I don't know. I feel like are these gonna be all trick questions of things you just bought in your wardrobe? I'm gonna
No,
tell you
no.
they're all bad.
That was just the one. That was just the one trick.
Okay, okay.
What about blue collared shirt? Just kidding.
Maybe for teachers.
What do you think is like a pet peeve, like that men's fashion pet peeve?
Mm. Oh, you gotta give me, like, more thought time to think about some of these. I don't know.
Like, girls always talk about, like, when they're going to date a guy, they look at the shoes first. Wear my Uggs, mine. Good thing I'm not dating girls.
I think shoes are a big deal. I think the whole look is though, and I think
Yeah.
it's like it depends on your style, and I think different guys can have different styles. Like Eric's
Gay
not
guys can
like.
take it a little farther.
Yeah. Yeah, but there's some stylish I gotta tell you, Atlanta has some stylish men down here.
Oh,
Holy
yeah.
hell. Yeah, like, sorry, my husband, but, like, there are some even in our office, like, there are some guys that I'm like, "Wow, what a great head to toe." This guy was in this fedora, kind of a cool, like, overcoat today with, like he was just so well put together. I told him, "I love your outfit."
Well, I
He's like,
remember
"Thanks."
when we were at Google for lunch and that guy, you're like, I don't even know where he works or what he does, but we always compliment each other's
Well, he
outfits.
wears a suit every day, and I usually dress up too, so we're kind of like,
Yeah.
fashion seeks out fashion, but this other guy was like, cool glasses, like, he just had a vibe. I love a well put together man, but, like, my husband's, like, Banana Republic-y type style, but I can't see him edgier, right? So it kinda works for him, I
Yeah.
feel like. you know?
Well,
I
he'll
don't
wear
know,
like
there's
an edgier t-shirt or
he
like
will, yeah, like, he's a good I think he dresses nice
I
for
used to love like the Rock Band kind of vintage t-shirt now, but now like
oh, he's not a rock
every
band, but
kid in the school has like Nirvana, like they
yeah,
all have those t-shirts. Like they're just not edgy or cool anymore.
yeah. I mean, sometimes they're okay, but no, I agree.
Okay,
Mm,
so
I
what
don't know.
about the most favorite thing you've bought recently? What are you gonna show for that?
Hmm. So I think I don't know if we talked about it already, but my closet is in renovation right now, so I'm building out my Klaj Mahal, I'm going to call it, and it is all the cabinets just went in and all the marbles going in next week. I am
Oh, we did a
so
walkthrough. It's
excited. We need to walk through it. So I am sitting so all of my wardrobe is in my movie room where I'm sitting right now. So I actually have a lot of my stuff around me that I can like pull from. Um, okay. Like, I mean, you know how me, I'm obsessed with. So I'm one of those, I like pieces, but I like to spend money on purses, shoes, like accessories to kind of you can dress up any type of an outfit. So I'm not one that I like to wear my clothes over and over again. So I kind of do more basic, but dress it up with like a good shoe or a good purse. So I've got actually a purse right here. This
okay.
was Eric. Yeah, Eric bought this for me for my birthday. You're either gonna love this or you're gonna hate it. So it's definitely before I show it, for those of you who are
Oh, it's the
watching
cilantro of
online,
purses.
it's you love it or you hate it. It's like
Love it or
cilantro.
you hate it.
Yeah, yeah. But it's the right look. I wouldn't wear it every day, but this I wanted this Balmain. Can you see it? Balmain.
Oh,
Isn't it nice?
what is
With
it?
the
Have
right
like legs?
yeah, it's got like these little
Oh, that's
gold.
cool.
Yeah, it's next level. So this is one of my favorite pieces right now.
Now, where would you wear that?
I mean, on a night out to
Yeah,
dinner, like
out
with
for
a really
dinner.
nice black outfit or, something it's just like a little pop of like something
It's
next level.
super sleek,
It's cool, right?
sexy.
Yeah. So that's one of my favorite things. I love a good purse. I love like I have a bit of a purse obsession, and in my new closet, we're doing like lighted like all the shelves. So like I'm can't wait. I bought all these purse like display racks and stuff because
That would be my
I'm
favorite. Like, I
so
would
excited.
love to come organize that, and I'm
That
sure
is
every
so
time.
funny. My girlfriend Nicole just said that. She's like, I'm coming over when you organize your
Okay,
closet. Yeah.
me, you, and Nicole, that'll be fun. But
Yeah. Okay.
actually, every time I'll be there, I'll have to reorganize, I'm sure, because knowing you, I'm
I'm
sure it
keeping
won't.
I'm keeping this closet organized.
I hope so.
100%.
Well, we have to do an episode for the Taj Mahal, like, and
We
just show
do.
key pieces and just like when it's all done. We're walking the viewers through it, so we
Okay.
need to give them the final piece here.
Done.
Now it's time for my favorite. Well, God, do I say that after every segment? Now it's time for my favorite segment.
I think we do.
But this
I
one,
do
we
like
talked about this in episode 1, how we talked about the different type of gay men.
yeah.
So in this segment of Educate the Straight, it is I promised we'd talk about it, and I had to do a little bit of research because, as we said in the last one, I don't know that much about lesbians. So a lot of this is coming from Google. And of course, here at Keith and Glory, we're not sorry. We are pro inclusive, love is love. Everybody, and
Yeah.
everything we accept. And we know here labels are just for soup cans. This is more just for fun. And we know all lesbians don't fit into these little categories, nor does anybody. Everybody has to be their own individual. Love yourself, be yourself, move
Yep.
on. Okay.
Authenticity.
So we'll do it kind of the same way. And I think it'll be a little bit easier. But the first one is the lipstick lesbian. What do you think, Laura?
I think it's like just as it sounds, like someone like a lesbian that's kind of girly and likes to dress nice and
Totally.
like who
Like,
would be an example? Like would Jenna Lyons be a lipstick lesbian? Is she a
no, I mean,
little more
she's
boy?
definitely fashionable, but I would say maybe Portia de Rossi would be a lipstick lesbian, like
Okay.
Ellen's wife.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm trying to think of another lesbian.
Okay, I get it. We
Yeah.
get the picture. Okay. So I
Okay, the
got it
next
right.
one's kind of obvious is the Butch.
Right. Well, that's obvious. Okay.
And it's funny because the Butch And the lipstick lesbian always or typically what I've seen always kind of end up together. Those lipstick lesbians really like the, butch, or they're also called the diesel D word, but I won't say it because 'cause I'm not a D word. The
Would
next one
Ellen be the
is
butch, though? I don't she's not butchy, is she?
who?
Ellen? Ellen, if you're doing the
Ellen would
portion.
be more I mean, I would say she's more the boy or like no, we can't say that, the boy or the girl of a relationship. But, I would say she's more the masculine
Masculine.
presence in that
Yeah.
relationship.
Did you hear they moved to Italy?
Or the UK or like Europe anyway. Yeah.
Mhm.
I actually watched her stand-up that she came out with after she got canceled, and she's like, yeah, like, I made me like her again, and I was like, "Oh," like, she's like, "Yeah, I'm not that nice." Like, you guys kinda put that on like, it was really good.
It Okay, good.
The next one is the Stone Butch lesbian.
What would be the difference between that and the butch?
I don't think you'll get this. This is just, they're sexually generous lesbians who prefer to give more than they receive in the
Oh,
bedroom.
okay, next.
What about this one is called the chapstick, soft butch, or stem lesbian?
How am I supposed to know these? I have
Well, you're
no
not, but
idea.
just take a wild guess. You're not gonna offend our
Mm,
lesbian population.
I hope not. I wanna go on record by saying that. I have
Yeah.
no idea. I actually don't. I have no
It
chapstick?
says in the spectrum of traditionally masculine and feminine traits, soft butches come down somewhere in the middle. So, like, they're in between a butch and a lipstick.
Yeah, okay, okay.
Okay, the boy lesbian. Now, BOI. Boy. Boy. Say it, Glory. Boy.
Boy,
Boy.
um, I have no idea. Like, I do listeners at home know these, or am I the only one in the
I
world that
I didn't, so
okay.
maybe these aren't common. So with these types of lesbians on the internet, one sec. Boyish looking girls. So, the kind of lesbians that kind of look like Justin Bieber when he was younger.
Mhm,
And
okay,
an
and
interesting fact is, and that's it for the types of lesbians. I'm sorry, lesbians out there. We would love to have a lesbian guest where we could be a little more cultured and educated. They could educate us.
mhm,
But interestingly enough, I was reading this article about young girls and how they like the pop stars and stuff that they crush on the teenage sex symbols for them. And they're like Justin Bieber, Zac Efron, and they're all these kind of girlish looking boys, effeminate kind of boys. And they are attracted to them because they're not as threatening as, say, like a big man would be, right? So they crush on like these little kind of effeminate looking kind of boy
hmm,
types at first as their first foray into romantic life, I guess.
hmm, interesting. Okay, well, that was
Uh,
educational.
Wasn't it?
I certainly learned something.
Okay. Or we didn't maybe. So we're always up to learn more. And yeah,
Okay, ask me anything.
ask us anything. The first one I think is probably more for you, and it came from a female viewer. You
Oh,
know, you know who you are. And they wanted to know the best thing to wear on a first date.
ooh. I mean, I don't think anything too revealing, right? Like, you wanna be, like, kinda sexy, but not too much. I think a nice jean heel, I don't know, cute top. I don't
I
know.
think you'll want to show a little something to show that you're like
But don't be too
flirty and
desperate. I don't
like
know.
it's not a
Depends where you're
business
going.
it's not a business interview.
No,
Yeah.
I know, but a cute like a nice je I don't know, nice you know me, I think we talked about this in episode 1, like, I like a nice heel, a really cool
Yeah.
fashionable jean,
And
some type of a
straight
cool top.
dates are so black and white where it's like the man pays or whereas like when we go on first dates,
Do you split
there's
it?
no I know there's no real like
Etiquette?
we yeah, like I've just kind of done it in the past on my first dates. Well, like I've drank more, so I'll pay. You know? But typically I think it's like whoever's idea it was or and then of course once you're in a relationship, it's like every relationship, right? Where
Right.
hopefully the other person pays. Okay.
Well, when you're married, it's all the same anyway, so
Right.
yeah. Eric can pull out his
Um,
wallet.
okay, so first date. I want this viewer to get back to us and let us know how it went. If that first date went the
Yeah,
first.
I think yeah, I don't know if I answered that really well, but just well put together. I don't know. There's a hot, well put together vibe. I think that you should
Totally.
confident, sexy, but not
And
too
especially
slutty.
this girl's in, I would say, her 30s or 40s, right? So you don't wanna be
Yeah,
too.
don't be too desperate, but cute.
Second question, Gloria, your
Yeah.
favorite vacation spot?
Oh, for sure. Hands. I mean, so you know me. I'm very well traveled. I love to travel. That's one of the reasons I married a pilot. Secrets out, all you ladies and gentlemen. Marry someone in the aviation industry so you can travel very affordably. Anyway, BVIs. We go down to the British Virgin Islands all the time. They do this regatta with the airline crew. So it's a lot of pilots. And let me tell you, these pilots and flight attendants are a little wilder than you might assume on the flights. But anyway, they do this 10-day. It's adults only. We charter like 50-foot cats and we like basically sail
Catamaran.
around catamaran, sorry, and we basically just sail around the BVIs and like stop at a different destination every night, different party every night, different there's a theme, so there's like a lot of
Love that.
costumes.
Yeah,
It's so fun. But I mean, after that, like maybe Italy, like I love Europe.
yeah.
Um I mean, but then I love Asia. I don't know. Like I'm heading out. I've got a lot of travel coming up here soon, but probably all-time favorite trip for sure is the British Virgin Islands. How about you?
Well, I like Peachtree City in your backyard myself.
Yeah, it's nice here.
No, my favorite place I've ever been was Fraser Island in Australia.
Oh, yeah.
Where it was like a deserted island and there was like a long beach that was like the highway. So like you go with a group of people and you rent like Land Rovers and you tent there. Like the dingoes ate our food out of our cooler. Like it was a
No,
true,
that's
we were
cool.
with a bunch of like Irish people and stuff. It was so fun. And it was just such a beautiful experience. Like there we got this, it was called Lake Mackenzie and it was the first freshwater crystal clear beach that we had been to because Australia's all oceans and stuff, and it
Mhm.
was just, oh, I would go
So,
back in a heartbeat.
do you know that I've never been to Australia?
That's New Zealand?
Nope.
Oh, wow.
I have yeah, I
Well,
haven't.
it's so far.
Yeah, but so is Asia, and I go every year, but for work. But yeah, I don't know. This year I'm coming up, I'm going to Japan, Singapore, and India. I've never been to India either.
So the last one is, what would your drag name be? It goes back to like kind of the gamest thing of last episode. And
I mean
if you don't know, I have pulled up something that will help you.
Oh god. Okay, let's just go straight to that because clearly you have something better than I'm gonna think
Okay,
of.
so your birthday's in September. So the
Uh-huh.
first part, one sec, January, July, April, October, May. Oh, lady is the first part. March, September is lady. The
Oh,
first
you've got
letter of your name is G, lady or Nasha. And the first letter
Arnacia?
of your last name. Well, let me see. You have a few last names here. Lady or Nasha Bush
What's Arnacia?
or Nasha. I think it's like a famous like drag queen.
Oh,
That
okay. What's
G or
what's
Nasha. So
yours?
mine would be, where's April? Dame,
Dame?
like Dame, Dame, like Dame
Okay.
Edna.
Yeah.
Dame Ivana, what's Ivana Filth, Dame Ivana Filth.
Oh, okay.
I always wanted my drag name to be Queen Laquifa.
I
But
mean,
I mean, I for what?
Milano has to be in it now. I'm sorry.
From the
Bob
house of
Milano.
Milano.
Bob Milano.
Bobby Milano. Oh my god.
Anyway,
Well, thanks everybody for listening to episode 3.
thank you. Hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and download, please, because
And be sure to go down and review, give us 5 stars, leave a comment how much you love us. Like all that stuff matters
yeah,
and makes a difference to us. So let us feel the love.
please. Thank you. Bye bye,
Bye,
Kiki.
everybody.